Who is Ken Pieper? Ken Pieper is a national award-winning residential designer, fine artist and photographer. He has trekked and driven thousands of miles in order to record the beauty of Colorado and the Rocky Mountains, which he refers to as God's country. Blessed with multiple talents of both fine art and photography, Ken has used those to mold a career as a custom residential designer. He learned the essentials of home design and construction from his father, a custom cabinet maker and fine woodworker in the hill country of Texas. After visiting a friend at his Houston studio doing architectural renderings of homes, it clicked something in him that would start a business that has expanded into one of the largest architectural illustration companies in the country, turning out literally thousands of renderings a year to builders and developers across the United States. But to balance the intensity of design and construction, Ken finds time to chill with both his cameras and in his fine art studio. Here he can watch an empty canvas come to life with colorful pigments that evoke the snow, the aspen, the elk, and the waterfalls that make up the texture of these beautiful mountains. Since 1966, Ken's designs have evolved to combine many elements of innovative architecture. Mountain living focuses his attention to the lay of the land in the Rocky Mountains and Denver foothills. Southern-style elegance has also been reflected in his homes in the Carolinas, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. His homes have literally been built from coast to coast. To his delight, the first commercial art job offered to Ken was an aircraft company to illustrate replacement parts. But sadly, Ken was 17 and too young to meet their corporate model. Another opportunity came from Grumman Aircraft in Bethpage, New York. Ken, being the small-town South Texas country boy that he was at the time, simply felt too intimidated by such a radical change from his small-town environment. Ken first visited Colorado at the age of 18. He left Texas on a bus for the first time to see the mountains he had always dreamed about and hopefully find a new home place. He knew after the bus rolled into Denver and he took that first drive over Dallas Divide and saw the mountains, he knew that this was to be where he would live out his lifetime. Ken's art is inspired by the nature and landscape of the Rocky Mountains. He and his wife Diane have lived in Colorado for the past 25 years. Here he can watch an empty canvas come to life with colorful pigments that evoke the snow, the aspen, the elk, and the waterfalls that make up the texture of these beautiful mountains. His dream as a youth of living his life out in the mountains with the combination of the arts, photography, and designing beautiful homes with the family that he loves is certainly being fulfilled every day. His art book, The Songs of Nature Placed Gently on the Canvas, is but a mere sampling of the natural world that Ken's work captures in these many beautiful art pieces. Ken Pieper has always been an artist. His mother recognized this God-given talent very early in his childhood and gave strong support and encouragement. His first doodles were of the airplanes he watched while the family was visiting his dad at the Army Air Corps base where he was stationed.